Okay, it is 2019 and I got up at 8 o'clock in the morning. Oh my god. I like almost never do that. Yeah. So, 2019. So far my word for 2019 has been change. Yeah, that change, the Dave Ramsey change. Um, it's been happening as soon as December started and I started doing my budgets for December. If you haven't seen my budget for December, I will put a card up here so you can go watch it. And just being connected to the debt-free community that follow Dave Ramsey, some don't follow Dave Ramsey, all the financial vlogs and blogs that are about financial independence and taking charge of their debt and all those things. So I've been really moving forward in a direction that commands change. So that's where the word came from, change. But then I realized I also have 3 other words, maybe 5 other words. So there's change, transformation, balance, wealth, and harmonic. So it's been interesting of as the day is gone in, it's almost like 1:45 Eastern time right now, that the words for the year are moving through as I feel the day. Because I typically don't wake up 8 o'clock in the morning. Because it's still dark and I'm groggy on my medication. It's just, but I'm doing it. So now, here's the thing, I'm trying to set up my goals that I want to accomplish for the year, and it's basically broken down in 5 major categories. So we got 5 major categories that are financial, spiritual, mental, physical, and relationships. The thing about these 5 major categories, when you look at other people that do goal setting videos, they like to add other titles for these 5 major categories. Like when I looked at Chalene Johnson's push journal video, her categories, same 5 major categories I just mentioned, but then she adds in personal growth, then she adds purpose or work, then she adds in hobbies, joy, and restoration, she adds in environment and surroundings, she adds in mental well-being. They're all the 5 major categories. It's not like we as humans need to work on 50,000 goals for the whole entire year. It's really 5 major categories. So we all know my financial goals because you've been watching the budget videos. They are pretty much, I have it set down as my webcam income goal, being a webcam model. That, because I've been in that industry rolling into 16 years, I would like to hit 6 figures again. And I also broke it down that for me to hit 6 figures happens in 2 ways. There's me making 6 figures, which means over $100,000 in my earnings. So I would have, depending on the website I'm working on, I would have to make $300,000 in sales. And then my gross revenue would be $100,000 in sales, depending on the website I'm on. And but because it's U.S. currency and I'm in Canada, I really need to make about $75,000 to hit $100,000 in webcam earnings, maybe $80,000 for good measure. And then I broke it down again. I could make it where I make $40,000 from 2 major webcam sites that are my highest converting sales driven webcam sites for me. But in total I work 5 webcam sites. So just for that career that I've been in for 16 years, that income goal that's still there, and because I'm an entrepreneur, I work for myself, I'm an independent contractor, all these fancy words of you have to go out and make money and produce results so that you can put food on the table without an employer saying, here's your salary for the week, and if the hours are wrong, if they go and talk to HR, I don't have to do that. If I want to make money, I gotta go there log on, make the money, and do the thing. So there's that. And then with the debt-free journey that's happening of getting out of debt, and am I following Dave Ramsey's baby steps, or am I following from Debt Free Forever Gail? It's a combination of both, but it's driven by Gail because Gail believes a balanced financial life, while Dave Ramsey is about attack the baby steps, focus on one baby steps at a time, gazelle intense baby steps, stop retirement saving for the future while you're on the baby steps, and then go do the retirement later. It's not balanced for me. It's not. Where the debt, if we're going for debt versus savings on a scale, like debt seems heavier weight emotionally and energetically, while savings is it's just different energies that I feel around them that I need to have them happening at the same time. So if I go into energy and the spiritual part of money, I need to do them both at the same time. So it also ends up being the whole category thing for setting my goals. The spiritual part has to happen in two ways. There is my spiritual practice of my relationship to how I'm connected in the universe, how I believe energy flows through us, and do I practice an organized religion, or do I stay in a spiritual mindset of knowing that there is a bigger thing than myself happening out there, like the whole thing. So that I really broke that down while I was doing the budget because of the whole Dave Ramsey recommending to tithe. And again, it was an energy harmonic thing for me and my beliefs, where it's still a work in process, but it's definitely something that I can practice. Where before I was trying to follow other people's way of how they do religion as if they're supposed to tell me how it's supposed to be, when it's really an individual thing that you have to solve for yourself. It's not even the way religion is projected at us by certain organizations. It's way bigger than that. But it's just the language that people are using that we have. So there's that. Then we got like my mental, emotional state, well-being thing going on. I've been working on that like pretty much my whole life. Trauma was awful, like neglect, abuse, all that stuff I grew up with. And now I'm like 34 in 40 days. As of today, my birthday is in 40 days. So for the stage in life that I've reached, and I literally spent the last 16 years unpacking and releasing so much baggage given to me from my family. Mental well-being is kind of, more or less just in maintenance right now. It's just in a maintenance level. So I need to focus on the other stuff, which is my physical stuff. So the physical stuff is working out. I gotta do more working out stuff. I've also figured that I can, get my own exercise bike. I could go back and join Beachbody. I was doing the Beachbody thing, and I stopped when I couldn't move my arm, and now I can move my arm again, so we can get back to working out. And then there's other weight loss companies out there that I could look into to see about getting to a place where I physically look and feel good as my mental state. Like there's my mental well-being that's fit and well and solid, just needs maintenance, but then my physical body still needs improvement. So that's what's happening there. Then the other part of the physical thing is the environment and my surroundings. Like my living room, you never really see me in my living room, and the main reason is I don't have any furniture out there that I can sit on that I can, set up and record a video. My whole living room state is awful. And then I did a big thing. I took away my air conditioner that used to be right there because it broke. That's gone. So the energy in my apartment is definitely cleansing for somebody who lives across the cemetery, which is pretty awesome. So there's that's happening too. And then relationships. Okay, this video lets me record for 10 minutes at a time. It cut me off. We're on the last thing, which is relationships, out of the 5 categories that we're talking about for my goals for 2019, plus my word for 2019, and relationships. So the thing about relationships, I discovered that my immediate family, I really only need to see them once or twice a year. Their energy still represents my past, and every time I'm around them, I revert back to that mental state of my past. And it's not healthy for me in the present, so I'm literally limiting how much of my family I see. Like because they're no longer responsible for me, like clothing, shelter, stuff, as raising me as a child. I'm now a fully functioning adult that's rolling into, what is it called, mid-30s, right? I don't need a lot of the things that they're talking about right now, which is frustrating because they're reaching retirement. They have no plan for retirement. They've never taken the time to fully design their life that makes them a complete, fully fulfilled person. It's frustrating because of all the work I've been doing in therapy and personal development and my own growth and creating my own career where I am in charge and in control of the money that I make, and also becoming a person where I'm in control and in charge of where my money is being spent. They really don't operate that way, which I can't be around them. Okay, it's been a day of recording videos, so yeah, the thing about my immediate family, they no longer deserve all of my time to be spending time with them, because I no longer get value when I spend time with them. Not in the same way if you really want to be around your family. I want to be around people that I come out more like happy or laughing than drained and confused, or feel like I can't voice myself and be myself, which ends up being the current relationship that I have. The romantic relationship I have is now going into 5 years. June will make it 5 years of us knowing each other, spending time with each other, skydiving, and I really want more of that relationship. So that I need to figure out how that's going to happen. Probably have to have a discussion to see how we can spend more time together. Like, I would think he want to spend more time with me, since he does, pop in pretty much whenever he can, and it's pretty much short notice, which I don't mind it because I control my time. Not only do I control my money, I control my time. So this is also part of why I can't be around my immediate family. They don't control their time or their money, and they don't really improve their mindset to expand outside of them paying a mortgage, going to work, waiting for retirement. It's really, really, really sad when I'm and I can't really be myself around them because they weren't there for a lot of the milestones that I accomplished on my own, which, yeah, that's really their loss. So I'm just cutting that loss and moving on to something that's going to bring me joy and just bring me really great abundance that I know that I deserve. So yeah. So relationships, physical, mental, spiritual, financial. Yeah, 5 major categories. Really need to plan out for the year that you would work on daily through the year. This is also why I don't really have New Year's resolutions, because you had a whole year. Everybody had the whole year. What were you doing? You know what I mean? It's not like we don't all have 24 hours in a day. And it's not like we don't wake up at certain times in the morning, or we rush to go, we all have the same amount of time. Take more control of your time. Take more control of your money. Like, it's really that simple, but people just want to make it challenging and difficult, or they want to stay challenged and difficult and miserable because of certain things that's happened in their life. Yeah, I know I've had some bad cards dealt with, but I've turned them into really interesting wins. So I need to move on with that, and if it means me cutting out people out of my life that no longer bring me forward in the direction I want to go in, I'm okay with that, because I've seen other people in my family that have done that, and they're much happier. Like, they really are. When they pop in to visit the family, the once a year that they do, or the once every 5 years that they do, they're happy. They're living their life. I got one life. The first 18 years sucked. The next 18 years are getting a little bit better. And the only reason the second 18 years are getting better, because I took control. I didn't let my family have a vote or a say in any of it. Everything they told me growing up when they were around and the small amount of time they were around, I knew they didn't know what they're talking about, because they weren't there to actually see me, to know me. It's the same thing. So I only want to spend time around people that want to see me, get to know me, and not try to change me. So it's, yes, it seems very like lonely sometimes, but it's really not, because I'm learning who was I watching? Yeah. For the relationship, there's also a relationship with yourself. I've learned to be my bestest friend from 6, or probably earlier than that, because there's times where the reason my toe is messed up because I took my tricycle out, went for a ride, and the only reason I had to come home because my bike ran over my foot and busted open my toe. Yeah, so pretty much anytime I had to go home as a kid is because I got myself injured in some way. Yeah, otherwise I would have ran as fast as possible, and I did as soon as I turned 18. So there's that. Yeah, so you have to create peace with yourself first. And I'm doing that. Like I said, if I go visit my family, that peace is interrupted. I can't. No. Twice a year. That's it. Anybody else that I let in my life, it's because they earn it. Like, it's pretty nice how that works now. And with relationships in business and relationships with social, like, communities, like the debt-free community, there's FinCon. I plan to go to FinCon. I gotta work out that in the budget, and travel more. I want to travel more, which is why I'm looking into companies that do VIP travel, so I don't have to plan my travel that much. So travel in a group, travel in, pre-designed packages, because the travel industry wants you to travel, and I want to experience that, because that's the big thing about my vision board back there, the big one with all the animals and Victoria Falls, I think that is, and a lot of tropical beach places. I want to see those places. I do. Like, have my alcoholic drink, having somebody rub my feet, and watching the ocean for a couple of days out of the year would be really, really awesome. Like, my birthday's in February. Sometimes there's snow. It'd be really nice to not be in the country and celebrate my birthday in a country that I want to be in, not predetermined by my family, and they all seem to only go to Jamaica. There's other islands. Like, there's so many other tropical islands, and they only go to one. And it's the same country that they went, they're born in that country, and they fought like hell to come to another country, and the only time when they get time off from work, they go back to that country, and none of them like that country. Oh, okay. Me again. So, yeah, there's that. Like, setting your intention for 2019, you have to set it where all these 5 categories in your life are taken care of or moving forward in some direction, because, like, it's going to be my birthday, and then I'm going to wonder what happened. And that's 40 days from now, and we'll know in the budget how much I really did to take care of myself in the budget. The budget really reveals that about the budget, and plus all the other things in my apartment. Like if I go through one more year and not have living room furniture, I'm going to scream. Yeah, because I want to live in my apartment. I got it, like, I'm only in the kitchen, what piece of kitchen I have, my small little bathroom, and my bedroom. I have a living room. It's not like it's just a one room place. It's like, it's two, it's divided. It's a huge wall right over there. I like to be over there. Yeah. So this is it, what I got for you for 2019, my goals. You'll see them play out through the year. Right, I have skydiving, right? I'm doing skydiving again. If you haven't seen me skydive the first time, you can watch that video. I'll put a card up there for that, for the skydiving video. But yeah, skydiving, I want to do that again. Yes, I'm scared to do skydiving again, but I've already done it one time. And the person I'm doing the skydiving with already knows I am scared out of my mind to do skydiving because what happened the first time. And luckily, he's done thousands of jumps. Like, he's pretty well equipped to handle my freaked out scaredness of skydiving, to land me on the ground as safe as possible, because he still wants to see me even though we're not skydiving. So there's that. I have like all those other things I need to work on, and I got books I gotta read. We should probably grab those books since they're right there on the floor. Yeah. Right. We're still reading Gail. This is the debt-free thing. We're reading this. I'm going to implement a lot of things in her. I got cut off again. Oh my God. Right. So Gail's book, we're still reading Debt-Free Forever. We're going to read the retirement book. We're going to read It's Your Money book. And then I have to get the CEO of Everything book and her Money Rules book. And then I'm done on financial books. Like, I don't need to read any more people telling me what to do with my money. And then, of course, this book, I really want to read this book because if you've heard me rant on about stuff about my family, it makes sense I read this book. Like, really. Like, yeah. Like, I've heard really good things about this book, and I really want to read this book. Then, of course, Steve Harvey's book on Think Like a Man and Act Like a Lady has actually given me really interesting advice that's actually worked out in my relationship. Yeah. And then Matthew Hussey, his book, that pink book, it's out there. For me to go out there, go look for it, I wouldn't find it. But his book, Matthew Hussey's book, is why I have the relationship that I have. And then Steve Harvey's other book is why this relationship is going on 5 years, which, yeah. And then I gotta read this book to, make sure I'm moving forward on my goals and what I want in my life, and just living life for me, because that is my destined right to do. Like, it's like spiritually acceptable to do everything in this life for yourself first. It's not even selfish. You worry about yourself first. You have the best relationship with yourself first. Then you have relationships with others, and then you have relationships with the world. Like, if you people spend all this time trying to have relationships with other people, and they don't know themselves, and their relationships break down and all this stuff. But and even if you're born with a twin, you still got to go out there and have your own identity and your own things and your own obstacles and stuff. Yeah, the twin looks like you, but you guys got to live two separate lives. So it's kind of like twins get to live out two paths looking like the same person. Well, if you don't have a twin, it's just you living that life as you are. So that's the mission. Like, it's really about me. I got to take care of me. My family, they had 18 years, they screwed up, now it's my turn. That's how I look at it. So that's what I got for you. If you've been watching the video this long, you gotta like it, because you must like my face. and then subscribe to the channel and that bell notification thing. You gotta click on it so it'll tell you the next time I upload a video. And then there's that comment section. I do read those comments. I answer some of the comments. So I will see you on the next one. Smooches.